Hello to you, and I hope all is well. Today I have a warning I want to issue for the CPS Primer tool bracket I devised. I could have left this alone, as I'll bet it never happens again, but I'm not like that, and I want to bring it to your attention. After doing thousands of cases, today I actually had a primer go off while seating it. There was no damage or injury, but it forced me to look at it and redesign it and make it even better. Stay tuned for the details of how to fix it, and it's very simple. If this video helped you, please hit the like, subscribe, and bell to be notified of new episodes. You can also get a merchandise, membership, download files, donate to help me help you. Click the membership/buy link below the video. This really helps the channel a lot. Alright, let me show you what's going on here. Alright, for those of you that don't know, the reason this bracket was designed was because of the problem with seating primers and never getting the same results due to case rim thickness, which is the thickness of this rim, is different. Can be different up to 2/1000ths of an inch. So when your case is in there and the primer's pushing up on it, it's pushing up to the bottom of the shell holder there, and that's what it's indexing off. But this case rim thickness causes it to seat at different depths. I have plenty of videos on this CPS primer thing so you can understand what we're doing here and how it works. So now, the way it was designed is you have to have a pin gauge that is 1/1000 smaller than your sized case neck, okay? And you put it in there and you lift up on the bracket, put it in, put it down, and just snug this a little. Now this holds the case flat to the bottom of the shell holder, okay? So it will be indexing off of that, not the top of the shell holder. Then you simply load a primer and you seat it, okay? And with this, I've been able to keep them within +2, +3, 10/1000ths of an inch, plus or minus. Okay, so that's like a 1/2 of an inch, which is fantastic. And you never have to sort your brass by primer seating depth again. Now, I've sat thousands of primers with this setup and never had a problem. I don't know how this happened. I can't explain it to you. It could have been just a bad primer. That's the only thing I can fathom. So when I was seating the primer, it went off. Okay? It scared the bejesus out of me. So now the problem here with this is there's nowhere for the gases to go if the primer goes off, which, you know, I wish I could calculate odds. It'd probably be a couple million to one. I don't know. So to fix this, I will show you what I devised. And it's very simple. Very, very simple. First of all, you have to mark your crossbar and drill a 1/4 inch hole through it. That's going to be your vent hole. And then you're wondering, well, won't this pin gauge go up into that hole? We're not going to use the pin gauge anymore. Now, you also know how much of a fan I am of Short Action Customs. Well, Short Action Customs has a comparator set that does headspace and bullet seating and all that. And it's modular like everything else. Now here's your headspace gauge, but these inserts snap off. So you only got to get one of these and then you get the inserts you need. Okay? I highly suggest using Short Action Customs. So you get the one for your case. You simply slip it on, slide it in. Now you're going to have to make adjustments to this. You're going to have to bring it down or up. I don't know what your case is. So let me show you. I'm going to adjust this and let me show you how it works. I'm also going to drill the hole in it. So I'm not going to make you wait for that. So I'll be right back and I'll show you the solution. It's so simple and it's actually better. And this does not affect your headspace at all. Okay? It doesn't decrease your headspace. You're thinking, well, you're pushing down on the case now. You're going to screw with the headspace. It does not do that. Unless you're someone who, I don't know, you lower this and all this and you take a wrench and you're tightening down on both of them, which is not needed. That might affect your headspace. But normally, nothing is going to happen to your headspace. Let me get this done and we'll get back to the solution. Okay, so I have done that now. I took this bar off and you should be able to see it. There's a 1/4 inch hole here now over the center, centered. That is your vent hole now. In case this one in I don't know how many million things happens again. And I adjusted it. I had to bring it down, which is just driving these 2 bolts down and then locking this one tight. This one I always leave loose a little so it has room to keep tension on there. And then you just spin your nut. You know, you don't have to crank it down. That is held in there so firm, it's not going anywhere. And you seat your primer. And if that happens again, I feel so good about this now. Here's your vent hole. Because don't forget, the inside of this is hollow all the way through. So you've got a vent now. Of course, wear safety glasses. You know, always they say, you know, and when you're done, you just loosen it, take it out, grab the shell. Don't grab this because the shell will fall out. Get another one ready, lift up, slide it in. It's a little different sliding it. Oh, I see. If you hold them both at the same time, it slides in much better. And just give it a little tension just to hold it down. We've got a lot of mechanics going on here, so there's plenty of force. Feed your primer. Done. Take it out. Put another one in. Feed your primer. And you're done. So I actually like this better because it sits better, because this is cut to your shoulder. I'll get better at it. Boom. Of course, I'm not really doing it. I have no primers in there. I'm just showing you. Yeah, it's much better to grab it by both the case and that. Push it in with your thumb, make sure it's in there so it lines up with the just like any kind of priming. So that solves that. Never have that issue again. But for any of you who have purchased this, I've sent out emails to you already to let you know to watch this video. Or maybe some of you guys who wanted to try to do it themselves without buying the kit. This kit is for sale, where it gives you the rods, the bolts, everything. All that is on my website, hitthexreloads.com /membership buy where you can purchase this. Also, for you people that don't have a CPS Primer, now pay attention because I've got some really great news coming up. I did this, devised this for the CPS Primer, and I was always thinking, man, I want to be able to do this for other things so everybody can afford, who doesn't want to spend the $600+ on this. Well, I came up with something. I'm working on it now. It's going to be made for that Duraco PCPC primer, the poor man's primer. It's going to do the same as this. Keep you within the same ranges of seating depth. It's going to eliminate the rim thickness problem and everything. I'm working on that now. And when I'm done with that and I have fully tested it, you will be ready. And it will have the vent hole in it. It's going to look totally different than this. It's a totally different setup. But I'm working on that now, and for less than half the cost of this setup, even more than half the cost, you could almost probably buy 3 systems compared to this. You're going to be able to do the same thing with a regular single stage press. Okay? This goes onto a press. So I may be saying goodbye to this and selling it to somebody who wants it. So stay tuned, because if my other one works just as good as this, which I think it's going to be even better, adios CPS. Having to use a separate thing. I can just keep my press mounted here and go forward. All right, thank you for everybody for watching. There's no way I could have foreseen what happened, but this is the fix. Thank you very much.